Welcome to Motogp Mac.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the Ducati Lenovo factory racing team's mid-season review. Now, leading the way at a massive 594 points, it is fair to say that they have one hand on the team's trophy for sure. But, you know, there is one man in the garage that is having the absolute peach of a season like no other. Marc Marquez currently on 381 points at the halfway stage, 8 race wins and 10 podiums. And remember, I'm not including sprints in this. When I look at Marc's season so far, I always go back to the previous season. And if you look at it, last season he finished up on 392 points. So he's nearly got his last season's total tally in the first half of this season. So that shows you exactly how perfect of a season so far it has been for him. Is it 100% perfect? No, of course he's had the slip-offs and the bit of luck as well, I suppose. But I suppose where I'm going with this is that this is definitely Marc's most dominant season ever. He's on the best bike. He is showing that his riding skill so far this season is vastly above everyone else's. He is 120 points clear of Alex. He's 170 points clear of Pekco. He's 225 points clear of Pekco. Is one hand on the championship? I wouldn't say just yet, right? Because look, mathematically, there's a lot of points still there. You know, all it would take is one bad incident and he could miss 3 or 4 race weekends. So he is definitely favourite for the title, but again, you know, we don't want to jinx it either for him. On the other side of the garage, he's having a difficult season, probably the most difficult season of his career. And I know many say that Marc is in Pecco's head, and I still don't believe that. I look at their relationship off track, and they seem to have a pretty good, honest relationship with each other. And I can tell you from a competitive standpoint, if someone was in your head and giving you pressure and causing you major issues, you wouldn't be talking with them. You wouldn't be friends with them. You wouldn't be, you know, it's just human nature. They instantly become a rival or an enemy. And that's not the case between the two of them. My honest opinion is that where Pecco is at the moment is he cannot get a bike from Ducati to give him what he wants. And he's openly said this, and Ducati have openly said this. Normally, at this stage of the season, Ducati are able to have the bike tweaked to the way Pecco likes it. And the second half of the season, Pecco normally gets stronger and stronger. I don't think that's going to happen this year, because I think where Pecco is going to go through a massive learning year this year is Pecco now has to understand that Ducati possibly cannot fix whatever that issue is, and Pecco now needs to learn to re-ride the bike in a method and style that the bike requires, not what Pecco has. Remember this, Ducati were always able to tweak the bike to Pecco's style. Now they can't, so therefore Pecco needs to readjust. And I think this is going to be the biggest learning for him in this year, and it's probably the biggest learning of a world champion, is that you now need to change your style, understand and evolve. And one of the masters of this was Valentino Rossi. And if you looked at him through the years, how he changed his riding style to stay somewhat competitive. So for me, I think there's definitely some soul searching for Pecco, getting his mind clear, understanding the task at hand, and what are we going to see for the second half of the season for him. I would think we're going to see a stronger Pecco. Realistically, Pecco knows where he needs to finish at 168 points behind Marc. Very, very hard to even think about the championship. Finishing second, that's definitely within scope for him. But for now, I think Pecco really needs to start focusing on race wins and finishing in front of Alex, and where possible, trying to finish in front of Marc. Yes, that gap is 168 points. Pecco can get that gap down to 80, 60 points. Then saying that will be a refreshing thing for Pecco. Remember, at the end of this year, the bikes that they will have will probably remain the bikes that they're going to go through 2026. And realistically, if Pekco can adapt his style, learn and understand, then maybe in 2026 he can give Marc a run for his money. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the season so far for the Ducati Lenovo team? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.